Today is National Leadership Day, and while we often think about leaders as CEOs or elected officials, leadership actually begins much earlier.
Yeah, joining us this morning is Megan Harlan, head of school at Fountain Valley School, to share some practical ways that parents can help instill leadership qualities in their own children. Big responsibility there. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here with us. What does leadership look like in everyday life?
You know, I feel like leadership in everyday life really looks like responsibility, taking responsibility, and showing empathy. And so I'm so happy to be here because I think so often parents get focused on how to create children who can bring home trophies and titles. And we forget sometimes that the best team player is not the best team captain. And so thinking about how to develop those skills that make great captains at one point in time is so critically important.
So if there's parents watching, let's talk about the practical ways that they can help build that in their kids.
So the first one, if you think about responsibility, I think it's really important to separate responsibility from chores. And it's not that I don't believe in chores. You know, kids should make their beds, take out the trash, and do things like that. But I also think that if they can develop responsibility, like how to plan something, how to take something through. So helping your child plan a meal with you, taking them grocery shopping where they're buying the items, letting them plan a vacation, letting them research the restaurant that you want to go to. They're much better at computers oftentimes than what we are. And so giving them that agency, it's messy. You know, as a working mom, I wanted to come home and make the dinner and get them on their homework and put them to bed. When you let them help cook, it takes time, it takes patience.
So allowing them to make the mistakes along the way too.
Yes, that's critically important.
Almost empathetic to what the kids are going to and developing that responsibility.
Yes.
Why is teaching empathy so important to your kids, and what are some good ways to do that?
Well, if you think about leadership without empathy is somebody telling somebody what to do all the time. Leadership with empathy is people coming together for a common cause and achieving something together. If we think about a boss as adults that we want to have, rarely do we want a boss that just gives us direction. We want somebody who exudes empathy. So how do you develop those skills? That's where it's really important for modeling, taking them on community engagement weekends, you know, taking them to the Humane Society. And I also think reading stories, because every character in a book usually has some kind of either a flaw or something wonderful about them, and helping them to see, you know, what does that mean to have empathy.
At Fountain Valley, you actually teach leadership as part of your curriculum. How does that build on what families are doing at home?
We try to really, you know, in some ways we try to do things that families can't do. So our younger students all go up our climbing wall because it helps develop courage and overcome challenges. But then we try to really develop, so if you have your child help plan a meal, what we are doing in the junior year is really allowing them to develop their own, say, retreat. And so you can see them, you know, they are on a climbing, you know, on the ropes course, and they plan that. And then they go and they plan the meal and the workshops, and they're leading them.
It sounds really fun.
It is.
Let's talk about quiet leadership. That is something that you really implement over there.
Yep.
What does that mean?
So if you think back to your high school days, right, oftentimes the people who were chosen as leaders were the ones who raised their hand right away, or the ones who are the loudest. And that's about 50% of our population is extroverts. So if that's how we designate a leader, then we are missing 50% of the population. And at Fountain Valley, we really believe that every student can be a leader. And so it's that introvert who's often the last voice in a group, but that's often the voice that we follow. And so it's acknowledging that and giving every child agency. So if a parent has a shy child, don't give up on them. They can go and become a leader.
I feel very inspired this morning.
Yes,
Thank you so much for coming by and for visiting with us on this National Leadership Day. Always great advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.